सर कहा जा रहा है कि बहुत सारे जो स्कूल्स के स्टूडेंट्स थे, क्योंकि प्राइवेट कैंडिडेट्स तो अपेयर ही नहीं हुए एग्जाम्स के अंदर, तो स्कूल स्टूडेंट्स जो थे उनके ग्रेड्स बेहतर आए। आप क्या कहते हैं, क्या ये एनालिसिस लोगों का दुरुस्त है?
I think every school or college has to account for their own children. I can only speak for Southshore to say that we were very fair in our grading, and I would say that 90+% of our children are satisfied with their grades because they know that they were fair. Acha Bura is all relative. I think Southshore's grades were pretty good, and we are happy with them. I think our children and parents are happy with them. I'm sure there are individual cases, but Alhamdulillah, we are in good shape. As far as other colleges and schools go, I'm sure they did an honest job as well, and so hopefully their children are happy too. I think that is something that they have to deal with on their own. I can only speak for South Shore.
सर बिल्कुल, एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट बात, एक सवाल लोगों के जहनों में है, वो ये कि अक्टूबर नवंबर के लेट्स सपोज एग्जाम होते हैं और सीआईई को ये बात मालूम है कि आपके जो बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स हैं वो सही से पढ़ नहीं पाए और पेंडेमिक की वजह से बहुत सारे इश्यूज रहे हैं थ्रू आउट द सेशन के अंदर। अगर हम बात करें तो बहुत सारे मसाइल नजर आ रहे थे, तो क्या बहुत सारे बच्चों को लगता है उनको कोई एडवांटेज मिल सकता है? क्या आपको भी ऐसा लगता है कि स्टूडेंट्स को कुछ एडवांटेज मिल सकता है इस पूरी कंडीशन के अंदर?
देखिए, I'm an educator. I don't look at advantage. I say it's a very simple equation. You work hard, do the best you can, and you let the grades come. A, B, C, if you've done your best, that's all you can do. CAIE will certainly grade according to what their standards are. I don't think that there would be any particular leniency given COVID or anything like that. I do think that they will grade honestly because they have to maintain a succession of grades from previous administrations to now. अगर उन्होंने अभी रिलैक्स किया तो फिर मई जून वाले कहेंगे हमारे साथ अनफेयर है कि अक्टूबर नवंबर वालों को एडवांटेज मिला. सो आई डोंट थिंक दैट्स द केस, बट आई विल से दैट जो भी इस साल की ग्रेडिंग है ACIE की और इवन नेक्स्ट मई जून, आई थिंक यूनिवर्सिटीज or A-level colleges looking at O-level grades themselves have to take a more lenient view and be understanding. This is one very blanket statement for students anywhere. Puri dunya, everybody knows that this whole year has been a really crazy situation for young people, and they are at a terrible disadvantage compared to people from other years. So every university, every school, every college will take that into account. So if they don't have exams in October, November, there will be some solution, whether it's May, June exams, whether it's whatever. There will be some solution because you can't ignore these children. You can't throw them to the side.
यानी कि ये जो सिचुएशन अभी आप डिस्कस कर रहे हैं ये वाइस वर्सा है, पाकिस्तान के साथ भी ऐसा हो सकता है कि खुदा ना खासा पाकिस्तान में एग्जाम्स कंडक्ट ना हो और दुनिया के किसी हिस्से में हो जाए, तो क्या लगता है कि अभी हम कुछ इस हवाले से कोई राय कायम नहीं कर सकते? क्या लगता है सर आपको?
अभी तो नहीं कर सकते because obviously one has to hope for the best, right? You hope for the best, you prepare for the worst, and by preparing for the worst is that just like I did अभी जो हमारे बच्चे अभी फेस कर रहे थे problems, हमने यूनिवर्सिटी से बात की. I talked to university admissions people myself, personally picked up the phone, talked to people, wrote a long letter to every university explaining the situation and the context of where my students' grades were coming from so that they understand, and they know, they're smart people, they also know. Same thing, O-level kids coming to me, I always take that into account कि यार डिस्टर्ब हुए हैं, कुछ बच्चों के ग्रेड्स ही नहीं है बिकॉज प्राइवेट बच्चे अभी एग्जाम देंगे तो उनके प्रेडिक्टेड ग्रेड्स पे मैंने गया. तो you can't say that there's a solution right now because we haven't seen the problem of October, November not happening. But if that happens, khuda na khasta, then there will be a solution and we'll all find a solution. And you can't abandon these kids. ये बच्चे ऐसे नहीं छोड़ सकते, इनका ख्याल करना पड़ेगा. देखें, it's very easy to put a target on the back of somebody who's trying to deal with a situation that nobody had a solution for. I can't point to one person, including myself, that could have given CAIE or British Council a better option than they tried to do. They tried their best. Some things worked, some things didn't work. But it's very easy to sit on the sideline and say, जैसे हम क्रिकेट देखते हैं और हम कहते हैं यार उसे छक्का मारना चाहिए था, आउट हो गया. Yeah, when you're in the middle, it's a whole different ball game. When the ball is coming at you 100 miles an hour, it's very different than when you're sitting at home and TV and watching. So to blame CIE, blame British Council, or blame a school ke ye predicted grade, why did I get this predicted grade? That's very easy to do. Think about what the school did or what CIE did to try and help students, and that's all everybody did. So I don't think protests and these things are, genuinely required at this point. I think CIE is doing their best. I think schools and colleges are doing their best. I think teachers are doing their best and principals are doing their best. So I personally don't think that's appropriate. I think, people should share their views, but protesting and asking exams to be postponed, there's always a downside to that. Agar ho sakte hain exams, if you can actually have exams, it benefits so many people. Party and enjoying life comes in many times in your life.
बिकॉज सर उनको लगता है, ये बहुत सारे बच्चों से जब मेरी बातचीत हुई और मैंने थोड़ा सा उनसे डिटेल में जानने की कोशिश की, तो मुझे ये लगता है कि वो चाहते हैं कि यार जिस तरह से अक्टूबर नवंबर वालों को, सॉरी जिस तरह से मई जून वालों को एग्जाम दिए बगैर रिजल्ट्स मिल गए, वो चिलिंग कर रहे हैं लाइफ के अंदर, वो चाहते हैं इनको भी कुछ ऐसा कोई सीन मिल जाए, कोई मामला, कोई अंडर द टेबल कोई मामला डन हो जाए, क्योंकि हमारी कौम का मसला है ना, हम हर मामले को अंडर द टेबल डन करना चाह रहे होते हैं, तो थोड़ा सा ये भी लोगों के जहन में.
Well, keep in mind, there's one very important factor that people forget. The evidence-based grades will never be viewed in the same way as an exam grade. Technically, वो एक ही हैं, लेकिन जिसने पिछले साल A या A स्टार लिया था, पिछले साल A या A स्टार लिया था या B लिया था, वो बहुत अलग नजर से देखा जाएगा than compared to somebody who got an evidence-based grade which was based on a predicted grade. So I'm not saying that it'll make that much of a difference, but it does make a difference when you come down to choosing between two people that उनका असली, for example, अगर एक बच्चे ने अक्टूबर नवंबर में एग्जाम दिया और एक बच्चे का प्रेडिक्टेड ग्रेड पे बेस है, असली एग्जाम वाला will always be, that A will always mean more than an A that was not earned. ठीक है? It's a very simple concept. So that is not something that, and the other thing is there's no guarantee that they will follow that. They might just say कि अच्छा अक्टूबर नवंबर में एग्जाम्स नहीं हो सकते, तो move it, and then you'll have to end up with giving accelerated exams in May, June, and that's not an ideal situation either. So be careful what you wish for.